Very good evening to the students and respected sir. Today we are going to discuss about the Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown, and in this particular text we are going to discuss about the Horney's psychoanalytic social theory of neurotic needs on the character of Silas in Da Vinci Code. So let's get started. Of course, we all are aware about the various psychological aspects and theories in our literature. Apart from all this theory of neurotic needs are perhaps begun with the 17th century, and it covers the various area of psychology, like the earlier experience of child, bad treatment, bad hatred and all. But from the last 1916 it stands as with the psychological aspects of anxiety also. So here, the psychoanalytic social theory of Karen Horney, pronounced as Horney, was built on the assumption that social and cultural conditions, especially childhood experiences, are largely responsible for the shaping of personality of people who do not have the needs for love, affection during childhood, and this is what leads towards of becoming hostilic in their later life. So the Horney theorized main three aspects of to define this particular theory with this. First is moving towards people. Another one is, and second one is moving against the people. And the last one, third one is moving away from the people. With this particular theory, we will try to justify the character of Silas, which we have in our syllabus. Okay, and see. Anxiety and conflict may take the form of either idealized self-image or self-hatred. The idealized self-image is expressed as, here I am showing only the keywords because as we are all aware about the various psychological aspects, so no need to give more deep in that. Neurotic search for glory, neurotic claim, and the last one is neurotic pride. As per the trends of these three idealized things which given by Karen Horney, our character of Silas is connected with the moving towards people, means the complete personality of effecting solution, which may not be fit here, but the moving against the people, expensive solution, and aggressive personality, which we can connect with the Silas. And the last one is a moving away from the people, as we know the detached person, as we know that after committing the crime, usually Silas used to go away from people, and naturally he is a very detached personality. Okay, here is neurotic needs. Neurotic needs is what is attempt to combat the basic anxiety and as a defense strategy. Neurotic needs are combat as a defense strategy, as one can hide themselves through these neurotic needs. And here is some of the list of neurotic needs, which is the need for affection and approval, the need of restrict one's life within narrow borders, the need for power, need for exploit others, social recognition and prestige, personal admiration, ambition, and personal achievement. These are what the primary pillars of this neurotic need, and then we will try to adjust with our character. Yes. The next one is neurotic needs, which indicates in Silas anxiety. Here we will see that normally what happened is psychological disorder, which we all have at some extent, but here we will see that makes a person locked in a circle, which makes the behavior strange and unproductive. As we know that Silas was locked in a circle, and he was much stressed and unproductive. Whatever he did, whether it is wrong or right, we don't know, but we can come out that he is suffering from certain psychological issues. And the attitude, the survival attitude of Silas, depending on others, want to be loved. Whatever he is doing, it is his responsibility, and it is what command given by him with the group of Oppius and the teacher. Okay, so he tried to be loved and try to be accepted. On the other way, when we see the idealized personality as per the theory of Karen Horney, it is like punishing and blaming him as well as sacrificing themselves. The second one is failure to fulfill the neurotic needs for the powerful parents. As we know that Silas was born as albino child, and he was badly beaten by his father. Here I'm not going to be. Here is some textual evidence from the Da Vinci Code. And Silas feels anxiety because his parents have gone leaving Silas forever. Failure to fulfill the neurotic needs for social recognition or prestige. This is what connected with self, as we all have this certain self-respect and prestige we all want from the society in front of people also. The same way, Silas is also trying to be important and to save his mother from his from his violative father, as his father was beaten. His mother. At that time, he tried to save his mother, but he got failed. Yes, here we will see the cause of Silas's anxiety. Here is some embodiment concept. Discrimination, hopeless, too much of responsibility, and resistance. These are the factors of causes of anxiety in the character of Silas. Here we will see a little bit the embodiment. As I told you that Silas was born as albino, is abused by his father, and no one cares, the fear of violence. That all we can see the bad experience from his childhood, and then slowly and steadily he becomes the more aggressive person. He converted in a more aggressive. Here is also some textual evidence. Too much of responsibility. A responsibility is something that should be done by someone who gets the responsibility. As the OPS they want, Silas did the same as the group and the teacher said to him. Here, the most important theory, the theory of self, again given by the Karen Horney, and here we will apply presentation means that you don't know everything, but you just try to look at some things. That here I'm very confused that either I should consider the character of Silas as the more idealized person or the most real person, because we can see the both things. See here. However, the neurotic individuals, the real self and the idealized self are separated. As we all know, our real state and our idealized state are separated. Okay, as we know the difference. But here we will see that. And it is of course an unconscious mind, because we always want to be ideal in some way, with morally, ethically, and all the concept. That is what our unconscious mind too, and our conscious mind too. Here we will see healthy person like us who have self-realization and who convert himself as a real person and trying to be ideal also. But here we will see this captive neurotic person are firstly most hated person, and then only he trying to be the ideal person. So this clashes of being realistic one side and other side being idealist, this is what I consider as clashes for myself also, that I am also confused. The same way Silas is trying to be state of idealized one, but he knows that whatever he did or whatever he's doing is wrong, but still he is doing because that is what his conscious mind is commanding him to do. Okay. As I told you that it is a very disturbed character if we try to fix him into very category of idealized character or real being. Okay, so it also disturbs me and confusing me, because it is much harder character to understand, to explain, and to perform also. Okay, here is my learning outcome. First of all, when you're reading any psychoanalytic, psychology, or any social theory, one must think that when you start reading, you must come out of the all constructed mind that when we talk about the good literature always gives a proper historic formulas, like just because of that the particular character is behaving like that. As we have that Silas was beaten and he was most hated person, that is why he is doing the crime as what he commanded. So likewise it is a very good poetic justice I got from this, that I am like completely free from this constructed, like what would be the moral and what would be the idealized one, but one should be performed like that is very clear that one should perform like whatever his circumstances was in life. Okay, it gives the good insight personally for dealing with the people in future. if you have read something, if you have presented something, that you one thing you're very clear in your mind that what is clearly the psychoanalytic person or psychoanalytic disorder is. So now it is very helpful to me to deal with a future having such insights in me. Future scopes for inventive studies. I was thinking that indeed it is a character. It is a male character in our in our novel Da Vinci Code, and with that we will see all the perspectives and trying to fix any theory on it. But what will happen if there is any girl on the center of this particular disorders? Then my perceptions, my aspects, then the various theories will change. Okay, so it is especially, it is very good for the gender studies also. And I think that the psychology gives a very good link and bridge between human and literature. Personally, we can feel while we are reading, watching, anything we do with any literature, the psychology helps to always just like neurotics and always helps us to understand better in a very particular character. Yes, here is my work citation.
Okay, fine. It was again a good, well researched. You found something very interesting to study the human psyche and the character also, and the source also was very good from where you have cited your things also. I think Sanjay Jogadia has given